Hey guys, this is Guitar Hacker. Welcome to video number 3 of the free home studio course. In the first video, I showed you where to get these tools for free. In the second video, I showed you how to set up a drum kit. And in the video after that, I showed you how to multi-track the drums. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to add separate effects to each drum track that we multi-tracked in the last video. And incidentally, I should have told you this before I got out of the last video. Once you have all this set up, just merely save it as a project. Just go up here and hit File, hit Save As, name it whatever you want, demo, scratch pad, CD, what have you, and it'll save all these settings for you. But basically what I'm going to do, we're just going to work with a simple groove, and I'm going to show you how to add effects. We're basically only going to concentrate on just for the sake of being a shorter video, the kick, the snare, and the hats most likely. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into grooves, going to select, I'm just going to make this easy for you. We're just going to select the first groove up at the top, and we're going to let this thing play without any effects whatsoever. So here we go. Let's hear what that sounds like. All right, you get the idea. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and we're going to add some effects to the kick, the snare, and the hi-hats, just to open it up and just give it a better sound and give you an overall better quality mix. So what the first thing we want to do is we want to affect the kick. So the very first one we're going to select here is kick. We're going to hit the effects button, turn them on, and we're going to be presented with a window here. And what effects I'm going to add to the kick is I'm going to add an EQ. So we're going to go in and select the real EQ. Incidentally, to make this easier for you, as you can see, the EQ popped up. Right now, I'm not going to add another effect for that, but in the next, when we add the effect to the next one, I'll show you a better way to find your effects. But in this particular case, as you can tell, all I have here is a simple 4-band EQ. And all we're going to do, just to make this bass hit you in the chest a little bit more, is we're going to bring up the bottom end a little bit, and we're going to add a little punch to it right up here in the mid-range. Let's go ahead and hear what this sounds like. We're going to go back to the drum kit. There might be a little delay here, but let's see what it sounds like with that on. Okay, let's hit the effects button and turn it off. That's the stock kick. This is the kick with the effect on. Let me get this window out of your way. Here how we brought that up. Of course, I exaggerated a little bit. So once again, this is with it off. This is with it on. You hear how we just have that more, just that little bit more thump in the bottom end. Now let's move on to the snare. And same thing for the snare, which is right here. We're going to go ahead and turn the effect button on. And the easier way to find your effects is just to go under, just click on VST, VST, and it'll give you a whole list of all the free effects here that comes with Reaper. So in this case, I'm going to go for the same, we're going to go for an EQ, we're going to add that, and we're also going to go, we're going to hit effects, we're going to hit add effects, and we're also going to go with a reverb. In this case, I'm going to choose the VST Real Reverberate, it's called. We're going to hit on that. And as you can see, there's a preset window right here. And on this preset window, I'm just going to come down, and just for the fun of it, let's select Rocket Snare. And it's already going to be a preset reverb patch for a snare drum. Okay, so let's hear what this snare sounds like with out the EQ adjusted, but with the Rocket reverb on. Let's check it out here. Whoops, I did something wrong. Hold on a second here. Let me go into the effects. Let's go into reverberate. Let me turn this up. There we go. Hear how we're getting reverb on that? I have to turn the wet signal up. Let me turn this dry down a little bit. Let's try it again. Okay, I think I overdid that one. Let's get back up a little bit here for the dry. Okay, I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, that effect isn't doing it for me. Let's go with, what else do they got here? Let's go with a, just for shits and giggles, let's try live vocal reverb. Okay, let's add to that. You don't have to stick with the norms. You can choose bass, reverb, whatever. It all goes by what you're hearing in your ears. Okay, that's definitely not doing it either. It's like cutting it off. Snare trap, let's try that one. We get a little bit more reverb in here, but let's guys, come on here. Where's the real reverb I'm looking for? Let's try club snare. I barely hear any. Let me see. That's a little bit more. You get the idea. You have to go through here and pick one that you're happy with, or create one of your own. But let's see here. Okay, let's go to hi-hats here. We're gonna leave. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's EQ the. Let me come over here once. Whoops. Let's EQ the snare a little bit to get a little bit more bottom out of it, and a little more punch. So we're going to bring up this EQ here for the snare. Let's put a little bottom end in it. Let me hear this once. And let's not quite enough for me. Let's put a little bit more in. Okay, and I'm exaggerating some of these for you to get a better idea of the change in the sound. So, all right, there we go. So now we have reverb on the snare, EQ on the snare, EQ on the bass. What we're going to do now is we're going to click out of these, and we're going to go down here to our hi-hats. We're going to turn on the effects for the hi-hats. We're going to choose, tell you what, let's choose real verb this time. See if we get some real reverb kicking. And there's no preset. I think I have one of these already worked on before. Let's see what this sounds like here. Let's bring back up the drum kit quick. There we go. You hear that reverb? So now I'm not even going to mess around with it. We're just going to click out of it. And what we're going to do now is we're simply going to play the drum track with the reverb on. And then I'm going to turn all the effects off. So this is, tell you what, let's do that now. Let me turn these off. Go to the hi-hats, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off on the kick. Okay. Weasel back down here. This is just, let me bring the set back up. That might help. There we go. Drum set. Come down here to the bottom just so I can see what I'm doing. This is going to be the groove. No effects whatsoever. So here we go. All right, now we're going to go back up. We're going to turn on the effect for the kick, the snare, and the hi-hats. And this is the groove with the effects on them and the EQ. Okay, once again, this is dry. God, that snare reverb sounds like crap. I don't know what the deal is. I'm certain if you search, you can find a better reverb than that, but I'm not impressed at all with that reverb. Here's the dry again. Oops, hit the wrong button. Here's the dry signal. Okay, and here is the affected drums. Okay, guys, you get the idea. You can go down through here on your toms. You can add reverb, compressor. You can add ride cymbals, crash cymbals, same thing. You can add whatever effect you want, compression, EQ. Bear in mind, it's going to take a while for you to go through. I'm just sticking around with it, showing you what can be done. I don't know what that reverb is for the snare that they had. That is a horrible preset. I don't know what that is. I don't even consider that reverb, but I just wanted to show you what the different sounds are like. And so now we're on part 3, where I showed you how to add effects to your different multi-track drums, and probably in the next one, well, actually not probably, we're going to work on the bass part of it. I'm going to show you how to find a free processor to turn your guitar basically into a bass, in case you don't have a bass laying around. You want to lay a bass line down with the drums, with the demo, etc. Thanks for watching. This is Guitar Hacker. I'll see you in the next video. Over and out.